My name's Marcia Moretz-Seatstra. I came to Southern Hills as a result of doing supervised ministry in the church. I was a seminary student at what is now the Sioux Falls Seminary. And I came to Southern Hills when we were still meeting in the gym across the street. And never left, really, until about 5 years later. I know that at Christmas, when we did our Christmas musicals, we had some people, in fact, a friend of mine who called and said, you know, we've been members of such and such a church for a long time, and we have no intention of moving, but could my kids be in your musical? Because we don't have one. I said, sure, bring them over. So we had non-members' kids in the Christmas musicals. We did Angels Aware, and every kid in the entire Sunday school was dressed as an angel. And the entire thing took place in heaven. And it was the angels trying to give God advice on how God's Son should appear on earth. You know, would it be a mighty ruler, or should he come as a rock star? And finally God announces, well, I'm going to send my son as a baby. And the angels are disgusted. A baby? You know, what's so great about a baby? But theologically, that musical was very rich. And as I recall, I hired a college student who had a lot of experience in musicals to direct it. And when he showed up, it was really good. But did a lot of work with him, and my daughter was involved in one of those too.
When I first came to Southern Hills, you know, of course, I got to having different conversations with Pastor Steve, and in one of them, he learned that during my 4 years of college, I was involved in every single theatrical production except for one, including assistant directing one and behind the scenes work and on stage, and theater was just a big part of my college years. And so he asked me if I'd be interested in directing the children's Christmas program. So we went out and we found some scripts. They were actual productions, actual scripts that we went through, and I worked with a lot of the high school kids, and we had rehearsals. I think for a few years Blythe Parsons came in and was my assistant director just to help me keep things straight, and we had the kids go through. They memorized their scripts, and then they put on an incredible show. And we did that for a few years, 3 or 4 years, I think. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of the kids that I worked with, you know, during those years are now adults with their own kids that I get to run into here at church and around town, and so it gave me a great opportunity to get to know some of the families and some of the youth here at the church.